Hello, hello, everyone. I realize I, jumped the transition early today. I'm fast! I'm faster than lightning! I'm so speedy. Oh my god. Okay, let me eat this bagel. Okay, it's fucking color. Okay, I'm gonna actually just open up old art that I have of him. Honestly, whoops. I feel like it's so nice looking at my new style and like how much I've improved in terms of art and anatomy, and to look at this and know that like I did this all from observation and it doesn't look like shit anymore. And then I think about like where we were at with the other art, you know, it's just crazy. Things have changed. I'm gonna actually lock in. God, and I was doing my Leyendecker lines by hand at this point. Yeah, he looks fine. He looks stylized, but he looks fine. Glenn Keane would be proud. Oh, wait. We're gonna get in here with this dark green. It's such a good color on him. This is a little crispy. I'll have to go in and do some cleanup here, but that's okay. Oh, and there's a line art error here. I do not like these. Just fill that in, there we go. Okay, better. Now Bob Rafey did the shit out of this hand. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Hi, Jace. How you doing? I feel like pretty good is an understatement. I've never felt so fucking alive in my whole life. I'm free. We're free, Jace. We just fucking goddamn. I'm so stoked. Okay. I love this weird circle that's just fucking in the middle of the... Oh, okay, I figured his shit out. I was like, are you gonna go away, or... No? Hello? Alright, now I gotta, like, go find whatever color this was. Let's see, hold on. Arm, 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 arm. I'm like, I don't even remember what this outfit looked like, so I gotta just kind of go rogue. Actually. Hi, Chips, how you doing? He has a great fucking color palette. I would like to give myself a little pat on the back here. Okay, I also need gold. I can also now turn on the background. So we can actually see what the fuck this looks like. I'm okay, just got off the phone with my main office. I'm a high school person on the phone, guided me to the website. I needed to order my transcripts from. Very nice. Ordering transcripts is such a huge pain in the booty hole. Oh, that reminds me. I'm actually going to write that down. Oh, I need to actually do a couple of things here. I'm going to make an extra star over here. New diploma. I actually need to do something like that as well. I don't need transcripts necessarily, but I do need to order a new diploma with my correct name on it for my other master's degree. Because I don't really give a shit about the bachelor's degree. That thing doesn't matter. But the bachelor's degree is, or the master's degree is important to have. I have one of them already, but the other one I need. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to just do this manually. I don't even know what color his fucking sword is, so we're gonna figure this out. All of this is speculative at this point. I have no idea what's going on. I wish ordering transcripts was not hella expensive. That would be pretty fucking convenient, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I gotta go in and clean all these up. Oh, and actually, most importantly, I realize I need to actually do some other stuff first before I finish up. This whole thing. Oh, and you know what I realized I missed too? A whole ass piece of armor right here, actually. Multiple whole ass pieces of armor. Buckle. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Buckle. Okay, so now before I do anything, actually, I realize I'm a fool. And I need some degree of weight to this shit, because otherwise it's gonna look weird. I need good line art, bro. And then this will also allow me to spot any weird shit that happened in here like this. Okay, we're mostly just vibing. I have, oh, why would I do this? This is on the wrong layer. Glad I caught it, though. That would have been really shitty. I would have cried many tears. Let's do this again. Yep, we're just kind of vibing, trying to figure out all the logistics and shit that we need to get the fuck out of here. Now is where it gets really, really expensive. But this is why we screamed, and on stream, everybody helped me save up a bunch of fucking money. Which is crazy. And without literally everybody buying my books and stuff, I would have been totally screwed. I'm gonna get like a bunch of medical procedures done before we leave the US, so that way I can use my insurance. I have to figure out how to do insurance overseas. That's probably a question, Jace, that we can ask your mom. Why? Wait. Why am I like this? Why do I keep doing this to myself? Because I know that they probably have been running off of military insurance, but she might know something about where to, like, look. Or your dad might know where to look for, like, US expats to get insurance. For mostly moi, because I'm assuming you'll be able to get insurance through the school. Yeah. School. That's a good idea. Good idea. Because I might be able to, like, jump onto your insurance for all I know. I don't know how any of this shit works. I'm not a real adult. I just do doodles and shit and cry and hope to make money off of said doodles. God, this guy's got a lot of fucking layering on his shit. Somehow this is all Lexus's fault. Are you also breaking free chips? Did you ever figure out a situation where you could just yeet yourself Or is that still kind of in progress? Is the yeeting a TBD yeet, as it is said, as the cool kids say? Oh, fuck yeah, going to Oregon. Okay, but that's going to be significantly better, though. Oh my god. What a huge improvement. That is very exciting, though. That's already going to be a massive breath of fresh air, I'm sure. And then slowly but surely after that. We got this. We will be free, goddammit. Okay. Now I need... Oh yeah, totally, totally. Well, and I can imagine too, driving in Oregon may actually be easier because like every Texan I've ever seen on the roads in Colorado drives like literally 25 miles over the speed limit, which is horrifying. So it may be like an easier driving climate, but I've never driven in Oregon, so I'm not 100% sure. All I know is for sure, as soon as we went to fucking Canada, um, nobody was speeding. All of a sudden, it was like, oh, people here drive like normal fucks. I literally saw like one wily driver. That was like it. It was just one guy. Yeah, no fucking way. Yeah, no way. I would never ever in my life. Like I do a casual like 5 over here in Colorado sometimes. I'm legit. I'm to the point now where I'm like, you know what? If people want to fucking get around me, they can get around me, and if they want to get got by a Castle Rock cop, they can do that. And so I'll just sit in the right lane and go uber fucking slow like a little old grandpa, and I'm like, y'all can deal. Yeah, that's fucking insane. Yeah, no offense to Texans at all in any way, shape, or form, because I know that there are people who are there who are, good people, but I'm not even shitting you when I say that people moving to Colorado from Texas is one of the major reasons that I do not feel safe driving. There was a guy from Texas here in Colorado that got effectively banned from driving in the state, so he's no longer allowed to. If like he's literally on the road in Colorado, he gets got and gets put in prison because he was going 120 in a 75 up and down I-25 here in Colorado on a motorcycle. And I'm like, that's cool, that's fun. In an area that's notorious for severe car accidents. I'm like, this is fucking brilliant. You are an A plus. Yeah, it was insane. And then the reason he got fucking caught is because he was fucking live streaming the entire thing to YouTube while he was doing it. As if that wasn't gonna be a fucking problem. And multiple people called like traffic cops, and then they were like, "Oh, we found this guy because he was fucking live streaming on you." It was yeah. I don't. He was like some 45-year-old, like, I don't know. Childish fucking behavior. Hey, Patrick, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? That's all I gotta say. Oh, thank you, Patrick. That's so nice. Thank you. I'm so glad. That's literally like, that shit gives me so much like adrenaline. You have no idea. It fuels me. Oh my god. Dumpy, he lived. He got a magic star. Jason's making this like amigurumi frog and it's majestic looking. Yes, yeah, this is indeed. This is him. We got Lexus. He's a little bit of a shit, but he's the best kind. Okay, so here's the problem. What's like a lighter? Oh my god. Hi, Cal. How you doing? Where you going, Jace?
I gotta get clips.
Oh. He just got up with such purpose. I thought that there was an emergency happening. I was like, are we gonna die? Nope, we're good. Oh, I missed a little bit of sleeve there. And then I have to watch out for this too. And there. I got so much leather. There's so much leather on this thing. It's almost like I suddenly have energy. You're filled with the fire of a thousand suns. The sweet, sweet smell of freedom. Okay, what the computer? It just closed everything or minimized everything. I'm like, bro, please chill. It was like, you don't get to look at anything anymore. I'm like, oh. That's fine. Why would I want to turn off Scrubby Zoom? Okay, cool. So now I need to figure out. I'm gonna open up Paris's again, actually. So I want to grab this turquoise color. I'm just gonna put him in all turquoise here. Yeah, nice. Okay, so now I have to figure out what the hell I want to do with this sword. Honestly, I think that this is one of those instances. That's okay. See you later. I hope you enjoy eating. That sounds delicious, actually. That sounds like a good time. I hope you have a good day as well, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Actually, I'm going to do this dark color here. Oh, yes, beef stew. That sounds so good. Okay, alright, I dig it though. I dig this. Everything about this is good. Now the fun part, and by the fun part I mean the really, like, rote part. The predictable part, I should say. This is my favorite part, though. Okay, easy peasy. Okay, there we go. I love carving cheekbones like that. Makes me very happy. Yuska is like one of the best studies I've ever seen, like her work for planes of the face that I've ever used. And I love this geometry so fucking much. It's just like so fun to just carve out sculpture like shapes. If y'all have not seen Yuska's work, she's fucking amazing. The king actually has so little skin on his body that it's like exposed that I feel like there's not really much there to actually work with. Jason, I want to go back to the sand dunes, but I don't want to drive to the sand dunes. Does that make sense? Like, I want to go stand on the sand, but I don't want to go fucking 5 hours to get to the sand. It's like I wish to experience nature, but the actual act of getting into the middle of buttfuck nowhere is not a desire that I have. Okay. Oh, I also have a large desire to play more Jack, too. Like, a comical desire. I need to finish that game so that way I can sleep forever. Wow. That's all I gotta say is just wow. Hearing my life drawing teacher from grad school screaming, "Center the light!" And I'm scared. Yeah, definitely get them electronically because sometimes they send them to you the same day. Yeah, it's definitely way cheaper. There's no real reason to have like physical transcripts nowadays. I would say if it was like a decade ago and you were going to the school physically, getting them in for like paper copies is good, but like because you're not doing that, you know, I would be like, just get them sent. I don't think I've had a physical transcript since legit fucking 2012. Then they'll be able to use wizard magic to just instantly send your transcripts wherever they need to go. Also, we love the power of wizard magic. Good to know that my characters are recognizable from just like the word description. Does that mean I'm a good writer? Do I win? I'm screaming at a wall. You don't know me. You don't own me. You don't own me. I'm. Bless you, Jace.
Thank you.
Jace is dying over there. Quick, everybody exorcise the demons out of him. Chips, this is a rogue-ass question, but have you ever been to that place in Texas where they only speak German? I think about that place sometimes. I know it's like out there. It's like remote. My grandparents live out there. Oh my god. I just find it funny that, like, it's literally such a strange thing to be like, oh, we only do the German out here. Sorry, guys. It's like Pennsylvania Dutch. It's like that. It's like, how did we get to this point? This is how I don't use this color. Hydrate. Oh yeah, I have an energy drink today. Guess who can fucking drink energy drinks without feeling like I'm dying now because I'm no longer on the Depakote. I think I'm out of the Depakote withdrawal hell finally. All right, hold on. I'm stretching. I'm not shrimping. Nobody shrimp. They live near there anyway, so you see products in the store in English, Spanish, and German. That's cool, though. I love that for those guys. What a time. Oh, to be a German-speaking person in Texas. It's gotta be kind of weird for them, though. I'm sure that they get a lot of weird, like, anti-German sentiment. Like, I'm sure the people in their community are, like, super nice, but I can imagine that it's not pleasant to run into somebody who's, like, go back to your country, and then you're like, bro, I've been living here since fucking, like, 1640. It's like, I've been here since your fucking great-great-grandpappy. That's probably why they just don't go anywhere outside of that area. If it was me, I'd also be like, nope, I speak German in here. goodbye, and then not engage with anybody. I'd be like, see you later, homies. Rest of Texas is a mistake. I can't. I feel super bad for like two specific populations. One, the Latinos, first and foremost, and then two, for like the insane amount of Pakistani people and Indian people that live in fucking Texas. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Like, how did y'all get down here? Like, I'm so sorry. Because the Latinos I can understand because it's like they were there first, but like for the Punjabi and Pakistani people, I'm like, oh god, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've heard Austin's pretty cool. I've personally, the only area I've ever been down to is Corpus Christi because my mom actually owns, weirdly enough, mineral rights through our family, specifically for one area of Texas, because my great grandpa, I think, was a Bronco buster in the Corpus Christi area, and my family has been down there for like a while. They migrated from there over to Louisiana, effectively. Yeah, it's a pretty beach. The water's cold as fuck, depending on the type of year. Like, I found it very sandy, but Corpus Christi is pretty. It's a nice beach. Oh my god, well, yeah, also, maybe we should take him with us too. I'm like, bro, everybody's coming to Canada. At least until things simmer the fuck down. Like, I'm just like, it might not be a forever thing, you know, but like, god damn. I'm gonna need people to just kind of chill. I'm gonna need them to chill the fuck out. I'm like stunned because Colorado Springs is on like day 4 or 5 of protests now, I think. Today's Monday. They might have stopped the protests yesterday. But they were protesting for like 4 fucking days, which is insanity to me because normally Colorado Springs is like hyper ultra conservative and they don't do that shit. And so it's like, you know, you've pissed everybody off when the people in Colorado Springs are fucking protesting. Like, that's insanity. Like, you have really made everybody insanely angry. Congrats. Like, you did this. Yeah, no, for real. It's gonna be like we're watching with binoculars from a distance kind of a situation. Like, yeah. I'm like, I'm good. I'm gonna be over there. I imagine it's like the people at the picnic at Gettysburg, where you're just like far enough away to be like, damn, that's fucked up, but not like actually in it. That's a horrible analogy. It's fucking terrible. Okay. No, I do need to reopen this, actually. I'll just open this one, the JPEG, so that it's not as freaked out. Woo! Honestly, it's such like an annoying process to go through, but once it's done, it's like it feels good. My favorite thing about this book is that because Lexus is a redhead, he gets societally discriminated against for not being white supremacist enough. This book is fucked up. I hope Badrick really enjoys it. I hope he can look at it, or they can look at it. I'm not sure what Badrick's pronouns are, actually. I hope that they can look at it and effectively just get a little glimpsey glimpse of what the United States is going through right now, and then be like, dang, glad I'm not there. I'm just pissed because I wrote the first book in legit like 2015. I was working on it in 2014. And I was like, man, I'm seeing that this place is going to a really weird spot. Wouldn't it be fucked up if? And then I wrote like a dystopian fiction, or dystopian fantasy off of it. And then now I'm like, oh, we're just in it. Cause like, what is ICE but the fucking Sagano elite guards? Just saying, like that's literally the exact shit that they do. Like I think about literally the beginning of the fucking book. That guy takes that lady back into that alley and breaks her nose for not paying taxes, and I'm like, nope, this is it. I'm like, we are literally in it. And then the king choke slams him into an adobe wall. And it's like, don't do that. God, I'm fucking so excited to be the fuck out of this place. Yeah, I think if you would have told, like, fucking 20-year-old me, like, hey, by the way, you're gonna live this, I would have been like, nah, bro, that ain't gonna happen. It did. I'm mad. I need to stop having, like, Future Sight or whatever the fuck this is. Oh yeah, gripes with AI. No, that's legit. I'm so excited for Fatal Mechanisms to come out. Oh, I need to double check. Let me look at what my query stuff is looking like actually for that. Because I probably need to submit to more agents this week. Let's see what we're looking at here. Oh yeah, I need to do like 3 more. So I'll put that on my to-do list. For this week. I'll have it go through Monday. Oh, I'll just do it today, I guess. And then start on the alpha read later this afternoon. But yeah, Fatal Mechanisms is like a commentary on fascist prison systems. And I was deeply inspired by the prison systems of Louisiana specifically. Because they're so fucking bad. I was like, I could write an entire science fiction about how epically fucked up this is. But there's also a lot of commentary on transhumanism and AI in that book as well. And I started working on that bitch in 2018, so that was before ChatGPT even came out. So, I need to chill out. Point being, I need to chill. Damn, I cannot believe that I'm booked through February. I just had like another author send me their manuscript and I'm literally like totally tweaking. Speaking of tweaking, the song's called Cocaine Princess, which I think is very funny. It does sound like somebody tweaking though. If somebody were to be like, describe the sound of somebody very high on cocaine, this is the exact sound that I would think of. But yeah, I'm excited for Fatal Mechanisms. If I don't get it picked up by an agent, it'll be coming out next year as my flagship book for Liminal House, which is going to be really exciting. So I'll be publishing books both through my own publishing label, which is Tycho Dorian Art and Writing, as well as through Liminal House. But I don't know. Sci-fi right now is really hard to sell. And I think it's because people if I had to make a guess, I think it's because agents are seeing that people are in what I would call like an escapist market where you want to read things that make you forget. So romance is really popping right now. Romantasy is really popping right now. YA and kids lit is popping. But cozy books, they're very like comfortable and easy to digest. And so then that means that a lot of the harder hitting commentaries and critiques like sci-fi, dystopian, those things are not moving right now because agents are wanting to capitalize on the fact that people are really distressed and not wanting to look at those things. So unfortunately for me, that means that probably my like ultra dystopian like sci-fi thriller is not going to do it right now, which is it is the way that it is. But that just means I'll just publish it myself, and I need to like put together a beta team for that once that happens, but that can be like a next year problem for me or an end of the year problem. So like yes and no. So funny story about how effectively the way that the publishing industry works is that the industry itself sets trends. Um which is why like the New York Times bestseller list, for example, is actually like loaded. They effectively pre-sell so many books for the New York Times bestseller list that they know which books are going to be bestsellers before they're released because everything is so heavily weighted back on the publisher's end. And so, for example, there is some trend chasing that happens. Like, no joke, when I was first querying Court of Snakes years and years and years and years ago, it was ungodly how many agents were out there that were like, hey, so I'm looking for dystopian fiction specifically, but you have to have a female main character who's a young independent woman. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's Court of Snakes. Like, that could fit into that. But then they were like, she needs to be a brunette, and she needs to be poor, and she needs to be a bow wielder. And I was like, oh, so you just want Katniss Everdeen because the Hunger Games are popular. And so it was very obvious looking at, like, agent requests at that time that they were trend chasing, definitely. Like, that was a huge part of it. But also, too, these agents and publishers are predicting the market for up to 10 years, which is a really wild thing to think about. And so when they are looking for cozy, like when they see that, for example, hockey romance right now is really popular, they're not necessarily saying, oh, I only want to publish hockey romance. What they are saying is sports romance is going to be very popular for the next 5 to 10 years. So if you're a sports romance writer right now, you're going to be in a really good fucking spot because you'll be able to ride those market trends that the publishing industry is intentionally establishing, which is really crazy. So some of it is trend chasing, but a lot of it is legitimately them deciding what is or is not popular, which is a massive issue within the publishing industry because that means marginalized voices just get completely ignored. Yeah, so guaranteed right now is, yeah, cozy romance, sports romance, romantasy, because that thing is going to be an established trend guaranteed for like the next 5 to 10 years. I would argue like King of Dust, for example, got really lucky because I, no joke, entered that into the Waddies and released that right after Baldur's Gate 3 came out. And so sometimes it's just fucking luck. And that was one of those things for me. It happened to be a D&D vampire novel when everybody was playing Baldur's Gate and wanted more Astarion thirst, and it lucked out. So it's a very weird thing. So to some extent, trying to get the like agents or things like that at any time is almost like being a salmon swimming upstream. And you just have to be ready and willing to fucking suffer. And also recognize that just because somebody doesn't take your book doesn't mean it's bad. Like, I've had 2 agents so far say, hey, I really like the content, but I'm just not publishing science fiction right now because of market trends. And it's like, okay, then why do you have it listed on your query tracker that that's something that you're looking for? You know, like, it's a very weird place to be. So this is why people self-publish, because then You just fucking go rogue, and if somebody tells you no, you say, fuck you, I'll do it myself. And then that's what you do. And you might not make a lot of money, but you're probably not going to make a lot of money doing traditional publishing either. Like, anybody that thinks that getting a publishing deal is going to just automatically make you a bunch of money is unfortunately very incorrect. And new publishers do not give a fuck. They don't care. And they don't care about debuts either. Because unless you're one of their wheelhouse authors, they don't want to make you money either. So it's a very rough industry to be in. So I'm not super worried about it. At this point, I'm like, bye. I'm just going to go publish it myself. So probably next year, that is what's going to happen. Is Fatal Mechanisms will come out, and I'll finally be able to release to the world my very crispy, full of rage science fiction, and it'll be fine. It'll be like the only science fiction I've ever written. Yeah, that I'm less worried about. I know science fiction sell really well in the indie market, and I've even heard from people in the indie reading market who are complaining, like readers are complaining because there's not enough new science fiction being released. Like, everybody's just rehashing the old shit, you know? So, like, that's why Dune did so well, because people are really thirsty for really, like, intense space operas, but no joke, every editor I've seen that is accepting, or agent that's accepting science fiction, is not accepting space operas. And so it's like, the people want the space operas, goddammit. Like, why are you denying them? Like, just... Like, goddamn. Because otherwise Dune wouldn't have done so well. The OG Dune movie was, like, kind of ass, too. Other than the costumes. The costumes are fantastic. They were fucking brilliant. I need more science fiction men in, like, sexy mesh tops for absolutely zero reason. Bye, Chips. See you later. Have a good rest of your day. Johnny Cash is such a fucking wild mood. I, like, never listen to Johnny Cash. But sometimes when Johnny's right, he's right. On for a long time. I wonder what made Johnny Cash so popular, because, like, no offense to country or Johnny Cash lovers, but he is just mid. Like, he doesn't, like, he's got pretty decent songwriting, but other than that, like, this is not, like, the most incredible writing of all time. And so I'm like, what happened? What happened to the Johnny Cash people? What do they like about Johnny? And the answer is, I don't fucking know. Couldn't tell you. God, I love this color. So beautiful. Okay, I'll worry about wispies later. It's actually, like, incredibly easy here. Okay, I do have to feed my Snorlax, though, because otherwise I'm going to have too many baddies. Too many baddies! Okay, hold on. I also gotta fucking answer... Oh, I didn't even do my initial berry quest here. I gotta answer these students' questions, because otherwise they're gonna freak out. They're freaking out! Okay, let me... If I can... There are so many people. Oh my god, y'all like the very chipper music from Pokemon Sleep? Okay, there we go. I saved students. I saved the distressed students. I actually got balanced sleep for once? What the fuck is that? There's so many different pieces of this. I feel like Paris's and Perseus's illustrations are going to be the easiest because they don't have so much going on in their costumes. The king is so extra, and then by proxy, he's like, hold on, let me make Terran the most extra fucking little kid I've ever had in my vicinity. It'll be fine. Jace, I want to just go play more Assassin's Creed and spider kick the fuck out of everybody. They should never have given anybody that ability in that game. Like, they should have known. People are just gonna do ridiculous shit. They wanted people to be able to 300 everybody. Like, they knew exactly what they did. It's like, which side do I want to be in shadow? That was the answer to that question. I have the answer. Wow. get some ambient occlusion on that thing. All right. Leather. That's all I gotta say. And then this guy is like a Johnny Cash copycat. Yeah, this guy literally is like a Johnny Cash 1-for-1. Literally same stanza pattern. You know, this guy listened to God's Gonna Cut You Down and was like, okay, how do I copy the exact cadence of the verse and then also the same like syllable rhythm and it's like, dang, guy. Okay, let me feed this damn Snorlax here. A Doduo sleeping on top of a Snorlax is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. All right. Oh, this leather is such a rich color, though. I really like it a lot. I'm gonna have to do a cleanup here down on the side of the leather, though. It's alright, it's an easy enough fix. All right. This is like one of my favorite brushes of all time. Such a good brush for texture. Oh god, it's so good. For leather. Thanks, shout out to Salshin for the amazing fucking brushes, for real. Best Photoshop brushes of all time. I work at the speed of sound, thanks to this man exclusively. Alright, let me clean this up here, because that ain't great. Oh, I'm gonna need like a tolerance of like 1. There we go. Okay, but this playlist is fire, though. Just saying. Do I want to do... It's more wool. I might do a little bit of like cloth texture here because this is called Itchy Bitchy is the name of this brush, and that fucking kills me every time I use it. But to be honest, great texture brush as well. I don't remember even where I got this one from. DeviantArt, I think, somewhere. Somebody gave away an amazing free brush, and honestly, worth. What an amazing brush. Alright. It's nice and subtle, but it does what it needs to do. It was initially in like a wool pack, I think. Okay, let's see. Who do I want to give my bonus biscuit to? There you go, Evie. Have a nice time. For a second in my brain, I was like, I'm almost done coloring. This is the last color. And then I remember that his fucking whole body is covered in gold shit. And I'm like, oh, never mind. I actually don't need this. And I also will need silver, too. I do not get to be free. Sure. I'm gonna be so stoked if I can actually get through all these illustrations in only a few weeks. Like, that's actually gonna be pretty crazy. But portrait work is not necessarily like the most time consuming for me. Actually, I don't like that at all. There we go. I'm constantly looking at my thumbnail and making sure that, like, I'm looking good at a smaller scale. Yeah, not bad. need to do some more Avon to Earl studies. I need to do more landscapes really bad. And I think I'm just gonna honestly shape my style after Avon to Earls because I realize that like I don't like doing typical landscapes, and just going 100% full Avon to Earl is not gonna be a fucking problem. So I'm probably just gonna move that direction, but that means I need to do a lot more like landscape studies. But for the Brady stuff, that'll probably be easy, or the easiest. God, I love turquoise so much. Now I need some turquoises like really, really smooth, but most of it has little vein deposits. Which make it super unique. Some of them I'm just gonna leave plain. But this one in particular. We want to have some nice, yeah. And then I'll go over top of it once more with sharp highlights. Oops. Realize I actually need to, there we go, better have a cast shadow there. My favorite way to describe this book to people is just imagine racist Disneyland, and that's this. And everybody's stuck there and they can't leave. You're literally just, yeah, trapped in racist Disneyland. It's not fun for anybody involved. Even the people that wanted it to be fun, it's not fun. I would love to get like a bolo with this particular thing on it. I wonder if I could find a jeweler. Be like, hey, so I have a task for you. And it's to make this specific clasp, but into a bolo tie. I'm like, where's my bolo babe at? Where's she at? I'm gonna find her, and she will help me make this dream into a reality. It's always time for Spangle. Okay, so far we're doing okay. I'm just gonna do regular highlights on all of those. Alright, now this monstrosity. Alright. To be honest, it's gonna take so fucking long. But I'm actually not going to shade that much with this darkish color here. I did a stretchy stretch. Nice. God, I love gold. Jace is locked in over there. Making a frog cloak for a wizard. So I'm assuming then the next step for us for your school stuff is to just pay that deposit then, and then they'll start to do all of the other stuff with the portal. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we should also go grocery shopping today, too. Did I tell you what we're going to make for dinner? Oh, we're going to have crab tostadas with almond salsa. And then we're going to have Korean miso-style noodles. So it doesn't use miso, or I guess maybe she does use miso directly, but it also has natto in it. So it has this kind of funky blue cheese salad dressing, kind of a like creamy miso-y flavor to it, with an octopus salad, and then clam chowder, or I guess seafood chowder. It's not just clam; it's not exclusively clam. It's got like scallops and bay scallops and like I think little neck clams in it, so it's like northern New England style stuff. You missed in here yesterday. We were talking about a bunch of different fucking seafood, and also food in general, because we were joking about Tess's book Spider Island, because the kid there, that's the main character for that book, eats a shitload of tarantulas. That's just like a part of his diet. We were talking about fried tarantulas, and apparently a lot of people compare it to like fried soft shell crab. Like I was like looking up the flavor profile because I really wanted to know, and the answer was yeah, soft shell crab 9 times out of 10 with a slight peanut undernote. Like it's more like the crickets where they get kind of that nutty flavor. And then that got us on like, it was funny because Badrick was talking about how they don't really feel like they have that strange of foods in England, and then I had to explain to them that black pudding is banned for commercial sale here in the US. And so then that led us to talking about a bunch of like random foods that we wanted to try. It was great. Somehow, like that's how you know the stream is not depressed anymore, when all of a sudden all we're talking about is food.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, I'm feeding the Snorlax. He's eating tofu salad right now. I'm gonna only do this hot highlight on certain parts of the metal because otherwise it's gonna get overwhelming. Like, I don't really need this sword, for example, to be the brightest fucking thing on his body, so I'm gonna just kind of chill it the fuck out. Yeah, and I don't need that to be super bright either. Let me go like this. To be honest, I feel like that's pretty much it here. Nice little scratches going on. And then let me get up here with this. And do a new layer, and I'm going to set it to probably color dodge. Maybe not, maybe just color. Yeah, so we can get some reflections in there. Maybe not. Actually, it looks like hard light's gonna be the guy. Not really that crazy here. Just a little bit of color variation, because otherwise that shit gets boring. My Quacklevol's got too much beans, that's all I gotta say. They got so many beans. You ever just wake up and go, oh fuck, I have a bunch of beans? Alright. A bean. See, Cal knows. Do you hunger for the beans, brother? That's all I have to say. I kind of want to be Marcus the VR Chatworm for Halloween, and I don't know how I'm going to pull that off. I feel like sometimes I'm too ambitious. Remind me, Cal, are y'all big on Halloween up in Canada? Or is that just us? Gotta make a giant crochet. Can you imagine I'm just 100% crocheted Marcus? That's what I go viral for. Nice. I love that nice little glimmer here. Alright, so now time to do some hair wispies. Actually, let's start from the bottom here. So that's the metal. That's basic AO. Gemstones. Leyendecker lines. Oh no, I'm sorry, Jace, no. Is it gonna be big enough if you do single strand?
We'll find out.
Oh god. That's so stressful. Let me go. Surprisingly, I don't think I'm going to do that many Leyendecker lines on him because there's not really that many open spaces. And I don't want to, like, overload the illustration with a bunch of fucking distracting ass lines. So that's probably good enough. Now I'm gonna go in like this. This, to me, is the exact moment where the illustration really starts to shine. Because, sure, everything else makes it look really nice, but then this is like the cherry on top, the little sparkle. If we reach a stretch goal, people get this in foil, which is pretty fucking sick. I was so pleased with the foil prints from the Heaven's Equal campaign that I'm going to do them again. Probably in something cool like hollow foil. I do also appreciate how for this particular set of illustrations, I don't have to go absolutely apeshit and do a bunch of new backgrounds and stuff because they're all like partner illustrations. They all go together, so I can just kind of vibe. You know what? I was today years old when I realized I forgot to give Lexus earrings. But it's too late now. He decided to not wear them this day. Could I go in and really quickly just put it in? Yes. Am I interested in doing so? No. Is it going to bother me forever if I don't? Probably. So am I going to do it after this? Because otherwise I'm going to literally not be able to unthink it? Yes. That's why I wouldn't tell nobody else. Okay. This is all like hyper precise work for no reason. You know that moment when your nose just decides to like drip incessantly? Suddenly I'm dying. Nice. Look at that. Oh, let's get the little cap on. The little top. And then the fucking earring. So what I'm gonna do first and foremost is I'm gonna just use this color. That way I don't have to like redo the color here. I'm gonna also erase out the inside. Oh my god. And then I'm gonna grab this color. Yeah, that's fine. No one will ever know. No one will ever know. Alright, time for the wispies. Yeah, nice. Easy peasy. These are all whites. White shines. Interestingly enough, I think I'm going to do like a pretty dramatic shine off the sword. I don't know if that's necessarily what I want yet, but we're gonna give it a shot. Yeah, that is what I want. I think too much, maybe. I want there to be a little bit of a glint there. I'm like, where's hard light at? I found it. really want to put one big stroke right down the sword, yeah. Alright, and then we have multiply 60. That was dumb. I made a mistake. I don't know why I always default to hitting the D key to like reset color, even though I don't need to do so, and I don't know what happens to me there. This one's a little bit more subtle, but yeah, nice. Easy. Okay, so now I need image 6.7 or 6.67 by 10. So first I'm going to save this image size. Why? Okay, so I'm actually going to put the signature over here. And actually, it's got to go effectively. I'm just going to drag it over here. And then I just got to crop this way. That's just the way it goes. Save. So now we're going to go in here. Wait for this to open. Because this is what the beginning of the book ended up looking like. So you'll open it and then you'll get color pages and then the book will start, which is pretty sweet. So that means down here, I'm going to go ahead and place this. Boop. I don't know why we don't have scrubby zoom in InDesign. Like, I love how we have scrubby zoom in Photoshop, but no scrubby zoom in InDesign, and I'm like, okay. Oh my god, this is gonna look so sexy. This is gonna be the sexiest book I've ever made in my whole life. Okay. Now, save image, duplicate. We're gonna just turn all of this stuff off. And then let me open up the significators for Pentacles, because I changed the color on it. His is going to be like bright. Save. And now I gotta go into Daz, so it looks like I'm probably gonna be able to get this done. Next time, so next week. Do I have a Perseus model? I do not. I don't even have one in here. Look at that. I need a skinny body. I might use Athos as the base here, but then I need to go into shaping. Sure. Sure. Let me see what I got here. Boop. I'm not gonna put it on the stock of the gun. I think this is gonna be the one. Okay, so let me turn all this off. Alright, let's see here. I need to sketch. I like never draw Perseus. Let me open up the one drawing that I had. Of him forever ago. His armor is different than hers too. Alright, which makes sense. Okay, I'm not very warmed up, so we're gonna see how this goes here. Canvas, thing. Yeah, understand. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to do some adjustments here, but that's alright. I don't expect this to be perfect the first go around, to be quite honest. And actually, I always do this. Oop, not like that though. He's got a completely different body type than everybody. I'm gonna have to really like lock in on anatomy here. And I would really like to not have this cut off. No, this is not quite right. This is why when doing gesture, you always keep your shit so fucking loose, because otherwise you're gonna be in a sad place. And nobody likes sadness, you know what I'm saying? Okay, great. Nice and youthful. Looks good. Okay, now let's fucking fix this sketch a little bit. I need to go back and look at his face. He's got a really square face. Okay, slowly but surely. Can I finish this sketch in 15 minutes? Probably not, but I need to be able to at least move quickly. I need to get this, I might go over stream today just so that way I can get this shit in. I may make his head just a touch smaller than what I have here. Just a little bit. Yeah. I may need to move his arm. Yeah. Let me move this, because this is the problem. And then also this too. So I want him to be live but not broken. Sure. I'll worry about this in a second. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Now let's see how much I can whip out in 10 minutes. Do I think that this is going to go super, super well? Probably not. This is going to be where this goes. Alright, Perseus. It's been a long time since I've drawn this character. I'm not going to be drawing his like buzz cut portion of the hair. Where do I want him looking? We'll see how this goes. Let me flip this actually because I'm alright. I need to make sure that this does not look like ass. Which actually it's not. The sketch is really throwing me here. There's a scar on his left eyebrow. Wow, all of a sudden I feel like I can't fucking draw. Ugh. Just oof. Better. Hello? Flip this. Yeah, he's looking okay. I need... Hello? Let me move this down just a touch. I gotta just keep tweaking this anatomy until it looks the way that I need it to. And actually, I can see what happened here. Just gotta keep going like this, so that way it's the right size. It lines up the rest of my anatomy. So I want all these people to look like they're actual real people. Yeah, that looks like an actual human. I might make his chin a little bit broader. And less, like, heart-shaped here. Yeah. Definitely a handsome kid, that's for fucking sure. Alright. You know that moment when you inhale ever so slightly and then you just choke on a dust and then you almost die? It's because Colorado's dry as fuck. Okay, this is a little bit too much. Hello? Okay. oh my god. And then you're like, I promise I'm not coughing on you because I'm sick and dying. I'm actually just fucking actively choking on something that flew into my throat. My bad. And then everybody's like, are you sure? And you're like, yes, I am absolutely positive. Okay, so somehow this kid ended up accidentally looking like Stormay, and I'm not mad about it, but it's mostly just funny. Okay, so we got... Can I cheese this and take this off of Parissa's uniform and then not worry about drawing it? Because if I can do that, I would be super excited about it. This is how I cheese this. Yoink. I just... Don't ask questions. Everything's fine. We got regular big old buckles here too. Eventually... this will all come together. I'm also going to copy this one because I have the power to do that. I'm going to actually make this just a touch smaller as the buckle. Jace, when does your mom want to go to Cafe Sarap again? Because the longanisa burrito is calling to me in my sleep. Why not now? God, you just call your mom and you're like, Mother, the coffee! The coffee! Their fucking drinks are so good, though. Like, that's the problem, is that their actual coffee is just, like, divine as well. So it's like, that doesn't help us. Okay, I don't need this anymore right now. I mean, that's up to you. I know we need to make those smoothie bowls, otherwise the mangoes are going to go bad, but also, too, we have the power to, like, I could just choose to buy one of the 3 meals that we're going to make this week, and then we can just write out the rest of the stuff and then go full ham into, like, the other stuff next week. Like, that's up to you, because I recognize we still got 2 Marley Spoon boxes that we got to get through, as well as the smoothie bowls. So we could do smoothie bowls for dinner and Cafe Syrup for lunch. But also, we got to go for sure to the bank then, and for sure to the grocery store. So I don't know. If you want to ask your mom, I'm not going to be angry about it, because ultimately, the coffee. I'm already like going over on stream time because I did this to myself. On the plus side, though, this kid looks like a fucking model. Like, so funny. Just funny how that happened. Alright. Let me actually... There is this that's bothering me. Here we go, better. Yeah, this kid legit accidentally looks like Stromae, and that's funny to me. Super funny. Was definitely an accident, but still happened. How old is Stromae? I'm like, I will call you and you can play this kid on film. I think he's like 20 something. I'm like, it could work out. What in the ever flying fuck? This man is 40 years old. How? This is just another example of Black Don't Crack. I'm fucking so sorry. That man is 40 years old. This is a 40-year-old human. That is a 40-year-old Black Don't Crack. That's just look. I should know this lesson. But this is exactly how this kid ended up fucking looking. I don't feel bad. God, he's so pretty. He's so cool. Yeah, he's the fucking... I don't understand. I don't get it. He's too powerful. Too fucking powerful. That's fucked up. I am shook. Okay, it's just a long sleeve shirt. This actually makes my life way easier. I think I'm gonna give him some gloves, actually. As much as I appreciate and like what I did in the other illustration, I feel like sometimes gloves are necessary. I'm gonna actually curl his fingers up. Originally, this reference does not have that, but I think for the sake of this pose and for making sure all of his fingies stay on the page in a nice way, I gotta fucking just curl up the fingies, you know? Yeah, nice. I don't know if I like how downturned this is. I'm gonna neutralize it a little bit. There we go. And actually, I might give him more of a look of, instead of like forlorn longing, we got, yeah, there we go, a more intense expression. All right, but let's give him some gloves. So actually, this is gonna go away. Bye. Easy peasy. Now, I do think I realize there. I'm gonna have to fix this arm as well. Say it again. Okay, not bad. What are we doing with the shirt here? It's literally just, I'm gonna put the armor in first. This is fucked up. That perspective's fucked as shit. I don't know who in the fuck, it was me. That's who in the fuck decided that that was a good decision. You know, sometimes you just make some decisions on a piece forever ago and you go, that was bad. That was what just happened to me. I was looking at past me going, this was not well executed. Believe it or not, I have no idea what my thoughts were when making this armor, so I'm kind of fucking going rogue at this point. I see. This like barely protects your hips. You're like, this is fine. Hold on, I'm trying to like fucking recall even what I was doing over here. Sure, and then we have the strap that goes down like this. And then this goes down like this. And then affixes to this like that. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and not do that. I'll paint that in. And then we have the same thing over here. This is just a much smaller illustration than what the other one was. It has like surprisingly less detail. Because of the angle that it's at. Which makes sense. At least there's some evidence of like forethought here. All right, now I cry and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, the proportions on this too are better. Actually, that's not inaccurate. Now I have to cry and draw little buckles. Little burkers. Yep, this is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Not bad. And then I'm just going to leave that alone. And then we got... How long is this? Oh my god! Halfway down his leg, so this actually goes all the way off. And then we got another like tunic piece that goes down at an angle. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it up and back like that. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Oh, come on, hand. Come on, buddy. Oh my god. Okay, and then because this leg got some cotton pants. I kind of want this to be less sad looking. And just bring that in a little bit more. There we go. Also to it's actually not that. It's actually that. There we go. I actually realized that I was working with like some medium gray this entire time, so I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and repaint the color on the line art later. That's okay. I just have to get in. See, and is there anything else going on his outfit? No, not really. Actually need to not tilt my canvas here. It's okay if these are a little blunt too, because I'm going to be using gloves, so they don't have to be as streamlined as my hands normally are. Oh my god. this looks like ass for right now, but we're going to go ahead and put in... Let me actually go and grab, because I need to be able to... I'm pretty sure that this is not how this is going to go. Actually, this needs to come up like this. There we go, better. So now I need... Let me go get... I'm going to get this, because I spent way too much time on this gun to not use it somewhere else. And actually turn this off because this hand is a little bit large now. So let me just go ahead and shrink it down. We're going to take this, we're going to flip this horizontally. Oh, and I realized it's not even really going to matter that much what this thing looks like, because I didn't know how much was going to impact the way that this was going to go. But as long as I have something that's relatively gun-shaped, I'm going to be golden. Or this is like stock-shaped. Oh, do I? Hold on. No, that was right. This stock curves. And then effectively we see nothing else. I may end up putting something like kind of decorative on this stock, even though it wasn't in the original illustration, because that'll make this more interesting from like an illustration perspective. I need to be able to tell what it is the main kicker. And as of right now, it's kind of an ambiguous stock. Although I could put something like this here. There's a stock that has that detail on it. And then let me make this portion thicker, so that way there's like, yeah, some indication that this is like a gun. So that'll be fine, even if it's kind of like off screen. I kind of want this to go out this way more. There is something very funky about this shit. Hold on. Like, there's something going on here. That's better. And then his head will be less bald as soon as we get the other stuff going here. I'm actually going to move him, like, literally ever so slightly the other direction. Alright, and then let me just finish up. Line art really, really fast, and then I'm going to go ahead and call it. How dare you tell me to drink water? I've been actually drinking an energy drink this entire time. Plot twist. Little did you know. We have a whole self-care combo. Sit up, stretch. Don't be a weenie. Don't be like me. Actually, he's looking pretty good. There is... Maybe this is part of the problem as well. Let me just move this over. Definitely part of it. There we go. That also was a problem. Yeah, ain't bad. Although there's a perspective issue too, I'm realizing right here. Actually. Have you want to see, Jace? If your mom wants to go out, you probably should do so soon. I don't know if Jace can hear me. He's chortling over there. He's listening to weird shit. Jace. If you want to see if your mom wants to go out, you should probably do so soon because I'm going to be wrapping up here.
Okay, well, I was actually just thinking that I'm like super hungry. And
oh, okay.
You should probably just make the fucking.
Okay, alright, never mind. Yeah. Never mind then. That's cool. Never mind. This kid looks bald as hell. But that's because he kind of is. We'll get another hair texture on there. It'll be okay. Oh, we'll be well. Yeah. Oh my god, why would you just spin the fuck around like that? Alright. Okay. No, we're okay. I need to just leave it alone. Actually... do I want to put a beard on him? I shouldn't be making this decision now. I might put some stubble on him. If he was older... There we go. That gives him less of a heart-shaped face. Okay. Alright, I gotta stop tweaking this because otherwise I will literally never not... You just went, huh, really, really loud.
Sorry.
I was just trying to figure out you.
Yeah, I was like trying to figure out if this was going to be long enough, and I'm not sure. I'll finish up where I'm at, and then I'm going to see the length again. Because if it's a round, it's just the matter of like how long is the cape.
I see, yeah. I see. All right, let me screenshot this. Holy shit. Am I crispy? Yes. There's also something, hold on. It's this. I'll never be free. Yeah, that. Yeah, better. Wow, it's so crazy how like one little tweak will actually fix an entire fucking illustration. Okay, so we finished this one. We're going for this one. So that's cool. My style has clearly changed from a couple of years ago, but I'm very happy with this. And it looks good in the book. And now I just have to finish up Perseus's next week, and we'll be good to go. Oh, you know what I'm realizing? You know what, y'all? I just spotted another thing. Better. Okay, I'm gonna end stream before I go absolutely insane. Seeing this though worked. It looks good. Everything looks cohesive at least, and his illustration matches Terran's in terms of style. So we're doing good. So I'll be back tomorrow for Heaven's Equal stuff, which is good. So hopefully I'll see you all then. Otherwise, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.